as women, sometimes we have goals, and especially in my case, it's like I have a goal and we have other things doing, other people depending on it, just other obligation, and we put what our goal is on the back burner, or your goal get over it just everything just starts to morph in one. And then because it starts to morph, it's like you're stretching yourself all over the place to do all these different things, when in reality you were supposed to have tunnel vision and stay focused on what I had planned. So that means when I'm recording and stuff, as women, sometimes we have goals, and especially in my case, it's like I have a goal and we have other things doing, other people depending on it, just other obligation, and we put what our goal is on the back burner, or your goal get over it just everything just starts to morph in one. And then because it starts to morph, it's like you're stretching yourself all over the place to do all these different things, when in reality you were supposed to have tunnel vision and stay focused on what I had planned. So that means when I'm recording and stuff, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for watching. If you're an oldie, thanks for coming back. So I am back here again because I'm like, wait a minute, it's about to be Vlogmas, like it's about to be another month, and I am like looking over a lot of my goals and things that I had planned, especially for, you know, career and then just YouTube overall. And then I'm like, wait a minute, it's happening again. You know, like when you set a goal, set a goal or an expectation for what you want, and without even realizing, like motherhood takes over it. Not in a way like, oh, it's stressing or whatever, it's just like everything starts to become it instead of what you set for yourself, if that makes sense. This doesn't just have to be for just mothers. Literally anybody who has ever, as a female, has ever like set a goal for yourself, and then while setting that goal, a lot of other things start to take over. Like maybe you're a girlfriend, maybe you're a wife, maybe you have family things to take care of, maybe you don't have family things to take care of. It's just that everything else around you starts to take over it. So let me explain. I created this channel with the intention of an escape from motherhood. So motherhood is there, it is always going to be there, which is I am okay with, perfectly fine, yeah, because I always did it. The intention was for me to have an outlet where I do other things outside of that without showcasing motherhood. And I think probably watching other motherhood channels, honestly I don't watch enough of those, but I thought, okay, maybe this is what I need to do. But I am motherhood off the camera, on the camera. So for me, when I was trying to do like different type of video ideas, I swear to you, motherhood always creeps itself in there without me even wanting it to creep itself in there. Like I was looking back at all the vlogs and just all the videos I did, which some of them are very informational, so I still post some of those type of videos sometimes. But then I was like, is this what we want the long term? Like this is supposed to be an escape, especially when you're a stay-at-home mom and you find your escape, and what's supposed to be an escape or your hobby also includes the mothering stuff as well. And then that's the point where I'm like, where I'm at now, where probably you are, was like, okay, wait a minute, this is not my intention. I did not prepare for this to take over what I have going on or what I was trying to do it for myself. So I'm gonna probably have to kind of push back or just stop it overall, because it's like, is this what I really want to do, or is it just something that is happening because that's what I have going on right now? And when you really think about it, that's what's kind of happening because that's what I have going on right now, but it's not something that I want to continuously, you know, post. So some of my videos are more me lifestyle, and then others are like motherhood. So I might have to change that. And this can happen with anything at all in life, having one goal and then another goal, or just something in life just kind of overshadows that goal and take over what you wanted to do, and you feel like this is what you're supposed to do because that is what you have currently going on in your life. And no, so this ends today, you know, this ends today. I'm going to try to, this happened to me so much times, and I'm like, no, I don't really want this to be a motherhood thing. It's cute, I'll share my tips here and there, but for the most part I'd rather not have that side, you know, make it be more of a lifestyle me thing, like a journey. This is what this channel is anyways, like a journey to get to where I need to be, if that makes sense. And then when I think about it, I think that is a very feminine trait, which is fine. I feel like as women, sometimes we have goals, and especially in my case, it's like I have a goal and we have other things doing, other people depending on it, just other obligation, and we put what our goal is on the back burner, or your goal get over it just everything just starts to morph in one. And then because it starts to morph, it's like you're stretching yourself all over the place to do all these different things, when in reality you were supposed to have tunnel vision and stay focused on what I had planned. So that means when I'm recording and stuff, you know, maybe in the day, because now they're in school now, right? So there shouldn't be any reason for me to have to incorporate them in it. And yes, I'm doing videos and stuff outside of it, but I always end up tying them in there some way. Like I mentioned earlier, there's nothing wrong with tying them in, like in little bits and pieces, but I don't want that to be the main focus, because the goal for this, the intention behind this, was to use this to build myself up, show my lifestyle, and by doing that, basically documenting my lifestyle. So take my life as it is right now to a different level. Now, yes, I am still a mother, still a wife, but I don't need to morph that part of my life in my content. That's what I was trying to avoid when I created this in the first place, because this is supposed to be an escape, right? Now, does that mean I will still have tips and tricks here? Still can ask questions here, but I want it to be more focused on trying new things, exploring life outside of that, exploring other things that I can do, you know, working on getting a job, working on uplifting, or working on growing up financially, physically, mentally, because we all work on our body, all of them little things that, you know, that was the goal of it. So what's going to happen is, for our December content, I got shift and mega try from the challenge will be to focus my content more on me, on less and less of, you know, the mother part of it, even though that is a part of me and it will show some struggles, but I hope I'm making some type of sense, right? So that's what I want to focus on more. And with anybody else in life, when you have a goal and you figure that it's been overshadowed by other things, you're going to have to take a step back and try to separate it, because if not, it's going to continuously overtake it. Because that's what's happened to me, like it continuously overtake it, because this was not, you know, this is not supposed to happen. And then I just kept posting, and I'm like, okay, this is happening because it's working. It's like, well, I do this every day, so it's working, but at the same time, I don't necessarily want to document that part. I don't necessarily want to talk about that all the time. Let me know if there's any other mothers out there that, yes, we're moms, yes, we're wives, but sometimes we just want to vibe outside of it, if that makes sense. Have a little escape outside of it, just have a little life outside of it, and that's the intention here. I have ideas of doing other stuff that I am working on in the background, and when that reach where it need to reach, mega go. And I feel like that's why it's kind of hard for me to do lives as well, because it's like, what are we gonna talk about? But if I'm like doing outside of motherhood and I can incorporate the girls over 30 or turning 30, perfection, we can have a conversation about life and all that good stuff. That's kind of what I was working on. So I hope this helps somebody. I hope somebody watches and think, yo, you know, I have a goal and it's been overshadowed by motherhood or anything else in life, and say, you know what, let me take a step back, check out the overshadowing and do the goal, unless you're okay with it being overshadowing and just morph everything together. But if not, let's take a step back, draw the brakes, like back up and separate everything that you need to separate, because eventually you're just going to be like, all right, but it was, you know, like me, I'm just like, you know, I had to go back to the drawing board. And let this be a lesson to you too. If you're doing something, you set a goal, and it's okay to analyze it, dissect it, and say, you know what, this is not working, I'm going back to the drawing board and I'm going to start it over. That it's okay. It's okay to do that. It's always okay to start over. It's always okay to stick to something, and then when you realize you analyze it's not working for me, well, I tried it and it's starting over. So we're going to rewind, we're gonna and come right back, and then starting tomorrow. Well, today is the first, so you get to see this video, and then tomorrow my next video. Hopefully that aligns with what I'm working on. Anyone else, this is like a genuine question, but anyone else out there, like, think about the things I would have missed to aspire for, be not like career wise, but certain your drive. You ever feel like the drive that you had when you were in a different position in life is just like gone, and it's like, how do I even get that drive back? I don't know either, so I need help.